Queensland's Treasurer has laid out the state's budget, declaring that debt is not a dirty word. Let's go live to our Queensland editor, Ben Murphy. Ben, talk us through the budget highlights.
Good afternoon, Kieran. Well, there's certainly plenty of spending in this budget. $2 billion going to a new hospitals fund. There's $1.9 billion going to social housing. That's going to see around 6,000 new social housing dwellings created, the government says. The opposition were criticising them over infrastructure, but they are committing $52 billion to an infrastructure program which will maintain their commitment to hold steady at $50 billion worth of infrastructure in the forward estimates. So a lot of spending, but with it comes new debt as well. The government is going to be running a $3.8 billion deficit this year. Those deficits are set to shrink before a wafer-thin surplus in 4 years' time. But if you look at total debt, where it currently sits is at around $96 billion. That's going to continue growing year on year before eventually reaching $127 billion in the forward estimates. But according to the Treasurer, it's all worth it.
We will make no apologies for using debt to defend the health, the jobs and the livelihoods of Queenslanders. Yeah. And as we see the Commonwealth Government engaging in a borrowing spree that dwarfs anything the state may do, it is my hope that those opposite and those in the media finally come to grips with the fact that debt is not a dirty word.
So debt may be not a dirty word anymore, but it certainly is still growing. Whether the opposition will choose to take on this issue in their budget reply speech in the midst of a pandemic, well, Kieran, we'll have to wait and see.